Howdy builders, welcome back to 875 North Michigan Avenue. Today we're going to do episode 5 of how to build your tower and make it profitable on hard mode. Today what we're going to do is we're going to fill these two levels in. If you're playing along, go ahead and go into your game and go ahead and fill these in. It didn't cost us a whole lot compared to the amount of profit we're making. I let it run for about 2 days this time just to get a little bit of money in so we can do this episode a little bit quicker. But that puts us at $6,029 is what I have right now, and I'm making 29.52 a day in this particular tower. Remember last episode we did finally get some coffee in here for our tenants. Keep in mind that this is setting us up for our two-bedroom apartments. So we went with a coffee and lunch and a coffee and breakfast, and then we still need to add two more of our fast food restaurants in here so that we can get those two-bedroom apartments unlocked, which we'll probably do in the next episode after we get done placing these one-bedroom apartments and get those leveled out. We are going to add a bus stop in today into the tower just to bring more people in and make the tower a little bit more appealing to potential tenants. So let's get started and get going on this. We are going to have to add some more closets in. We're going to do one floor at a time so that we're not overextending ourselves. Remember, we're trying to make as much profit as we can. So by making profit, that means that we are cutting corners and trying to maximize the amount of building space that we're using as well as the amount of money we're spending on those different amenities within the building. So we need to add a trash bin on this floor and then we can get these started once we get some connections down here in the bottom. Mm, I forgot to add these windowed units in. Not required. I just prefer the appeal of them. So let's add us in some electric and water. Keep with the single ones for now, just because the other ones are a little bit more costly. And then we're going to add some one bedroom apartments. Our goal today is to complete this one bedroom apartment here. Just because this is going to complete that contract. It's going to give us a little extra money, but it's also going to give us a new line of credit that we can have in the event that we want to expand quicker or we need some extra cash or something along that lines. It really leaves that line of credit open for us so we can do some other things within the tower. Look how fast those rented out. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to go ahead and place our transit. Right now we're getting 210 per unit, and we're going to see if we can increase that by placing the transit utility out front here. We're going to back it away three. No, I'm just going to do two. We're going to do two spaces away. I'm thinking about putting a hotel on this side. So I want to leave room here for a marquee sign as well. And then we can expand the hotel over the marquee sign as we get up over the sign. And we could actually connect this building if we wanted to. I don't suggest connecting these two together if you're not going to eventually make this whole level hotels. So be mindful of that as well. All right, so now we're at 31.53 a day. We're going to go ahead and add these units in here so we can get some rent. Let's see, still 210. So adding this didn't add any rent to our building, so it's not going to add that. But what it does do is it does provide a place for people to stop. So one, they'll go to other buildings and stuff, but they'll come in and shop in your shops and eat in your restaurants because now there's a stop in front of the building that allows them to come in and enjoy the amenities of the building, spend their money so that your shops and restaurants make more profit, thus wanting to stay longer in your building because they're just as concerned about profit as we are. And I think that's important for them to be able to do. All right, so let me get these in here. Let me add a new trash unit. Y'all saw how fast those units rented out. I mean, it was like almost instantaneous as soon as I placed them. All right, we hit 4 stars, so that unlocks the small two-bedroom apartment for us. I think we did that at 3 stars actually. I just didn't click on it, and it unlocks the small medium restaurant or the medium restaurant, which unlocked at 3 stars. I just didn't go into it. It also gives us the large storage facility, and I can't remember if that's 3 star too. We just didn't go into them after we got it because I was so focused on these 1 bedroom apartments and getting them leveled in that I completely missed the going over what we actually gained from those. All right, so let's get these going. Let's complete this contract. So you guys can see that line of credit be issued for us. And then next episode, we're going to add some of those 2 bedroom apartments and fill these 2 restaurants in down here. And what we're going to do is we're going to have 2 different towers here. So I've made up my mind on what I want to do. Um, well, not necessarily 2 different towers. We're probably going to expand this one out. We are going to have 2 different towers. We're going to expand this one out, and this is going to be residential over here. And then, oh, I need to add in some more. I think we just lost that tenant. Yep, we lost that tenant because we didn't have enough closets in here. That's my fault. I wasn't paying attention. So we're gonna have to re-rent that out. But we're gonna expand this out and make this whole level here all residential. And then we're gonna make this over here a hotel. So we're gonna have a hotel and then a residential building. I don't want to get into offices too much in here just because there's a lot more complexity to them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. We're gonna keep it residential and hotel. If you guys want me to add offices in, what I can do is add a break in here and actually build a smaller office tower on this side. I just don't plan on going up as high as I do with the residential. I just prefer the residential in this game because it's kind of like a place drop and forget type thing, and then you can move them around and it'll get upset if you move them around. Um, and then you don't have to go searching for new tenants and all that stuff. You just pop it, you just move them, and then the tenants will move back into them, and it changes the rent. So I do like that. As you're moving them around the building, it'll change the rent usually in your favor. So you can utilize that to your advantage as well. So we got those in. I think we're gonna go ahead and get ourselves set up for those 2 bedroom apartments. Let's repair these units here. We got 10,000, just under $10,000 now. We're making $4,100 a day at this point, so we are rocking and rolling. We're doing well, profit wise. So we're gonna continue to build up and out. So we're gonna add these 2 restaurants in, food court restaurants. We need one that serves lunch, and then we're going to need one that serves lunch and breakfast. So we're going to decline that one and search for that one that serves lunch and breakfast. We do need to add electricity to them one little far too far there. But I know these don't require water at all, so I'm not going to add that water in there. No sense spending money we don't need to spend. All right, we got 3 more units up here to rent. We're going to see if we get a breakfast and lunch. So we got 2 of them. This one clearly plays quite a bit more, so we're going to get that one. Profit for them works really well, and the more visitors you have in the building, the more profit they make. But it doesn't change the rent. If I went in here and changed their rent up because they're making more profit, they're going to get mad and leave. And then getting a new tenant in, they're pretty much just going to pay around the same amount anyways. So they're more there as an amenity for your tenants and to get people to come visit your building if you're trying to get one of your contracts that focus on getting people to come visit your towers. All right, so let's see here. I have some, there we go. There are some units up here that need some love, so we're going to get those rented out, or cleaned up, I mean, and then hopefully we can get these 3 units rented fairly quickly. Kind of weird, like all the other ones rented really fast, and then now we got these 3 that are like do 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 do. But one thing we could do is we could do a renter roundup. I usually save those for later on in the game when I have like 30 units that I need to fill in versus just 3. And the reason why you want to do that is because these compound. So it may cost you 70 buzz now, but the next one costs a little bit more, and then the next one costs a little bit more, and the next one costs a little bit more, to the point where like you have to earn a ton of buzz in order to run one of these. So I usually save these until it's like a dire, like we need this now type thing. We can start building these operation centers and stuff. We just gotta be very, very mindful of our profit. So the day before, we made about $6,000. Now we're at 48.91. I don't know what happened. That's weird. Or maybe I looked at it wrong. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. But we're only making 48.91 a day. So if we start going and spending lavishly and adding all this cool stuff into the building and different things like that, that 48.91 will go away very quickly because it doesn't take much additional stuff in your building to really eat up that profit and start making it to where it's a lot more difficult to build. Right now we're at 12,000 $123. So we could, at this point, easily build in what we need to do in order to start building those two-bedroom apartments. And once we start building those in the next episode, it should go quite a bit easier. What I'm doing right now is measuring it out. It's a perfect match. That's the way I try to build these towers. That's why I do five across, because as you scale up, you can see three bedrooms or one bedroom. I mean, you got one, two, three, and then a studio. And then the two bedrooms are going to be three across, three across, three across, three across, three across, three across. So you start scaling up and you start like not having to add into your building or do anything on the sides and stuff like that, because every penny counts in this mode. So it's important to make sure that you're monitoring that money. We're at an even 5,000 profit for the day. We're going to go ahead and call this video what it is. We hit that achievement that we wanted to hit. We completed our contract, which is fantastic. That gives us a line of credit. We still have two loans available to us as well. So if we really wanted to expand quickly, and get into this building and blow it up really fast, we could do that. Just keep in mind, you got to watch that money down at the bottom. So we're not going to do that in this particular tutorial. We're just going to keep running the tower the way that we are running it right now. And then if we know we've completed some of those contracts, we can go in there and complete those contracts to give us that extra money. And I'll show you guys how to do that on another video as well. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch this. If you like it, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that thumbs up for me. Subscribe so you can get more videos in the future, and keep an eye out for some new content that I got coming out as well. And I plan on doing some scenarios in this game as well. If you're curious how to get those done. So I look forward to seeing y'all next time, and I hope y'all have a great day. And thank you for watching.